Girl Bella.
Hi babes, it's me, Shannon B for Brown Girl Bella, back to bring you more lips, lashes, and luxury. This video is sponsored. That's right, babes. Your girl has a sponsorship, and this sponsorship is with iMethodBeauty. They sent me some wonderful, perfect brows. And I got the color dark brown, which is 06. In the box, in this box, they sent this lovely bag. And inside of the bag were stencils. So you can choose which stencil fits your brow shape here. Then they also send you the stamp to stamp on the product and an angled brush, which also has a spoolie at the other end. iMethod Brow Pomade. And it is an 06, which is a dark brown. So let's get to stenciling these brows and see if we have perfect brows in seconds. So the first thing they tell you to do as a pro tip is make sure to close this tightly because you don't want the product to dry out. The product is heavily pigmented, so do use a little bit at a time. I'm going to open this one first just to see if there's any stencils in here that will match my brow shape. And they do give you quite a few to choose from. So this is one. Here is stencil number 2, and the brow piece already came out, so I can really. So we're gonna do brown number 2, stencil number 2. That's what we're gonna use. And what I love about this is that you don't have to use another stencil for the other brow. You just, boom, flip it over. And then you use the other side as well. So we're gonna use number 2. And we're gonna start with this brush because this is the one that we're going to dip the pomade in. And again, as I said, a little goes a long way. So I'm going to take my time and I'm going to use a little bit at a time, but I'm going to show you all how we are going to do this method. So we're going to unscrew the top. We're going to take our spoolie brush. Just going to put a little dot on it. And I'm going to do this brow first. I'm going to line up the stencil. And I'm going to actually start, as they recommend, from the tail end and start my stamping. Here we go. Slightly stamp. And work your way over, moving the stencil. And moving your fingers over so you can have room to stamp. And then when you get to the very front, I'm just going to lightly stamp on this side. So far, so good. That was very easy. And then you can take the spoolie, brush the hairs up, and then you can also use the angled brush to dip into the pomade and put it right underneath the brow and push it slightly up just to fill in any sparse areas that the stamp did not get to. Okay, there we have it. Before and now after. Again, if you want to fill it in even more, use your angled brush. Dip it ever so slightly into the pomade. And I like to draw a line right underneath my brow and then push the product forward using that angled brush. Again, you can add more if you like. I don't like my brows to be too dark, but I'm going to fill them in. And then I'm just going to take that spoolie brush side and just lightly comb it in. So it looks as good as the first one. And there you have it. This is the iMethod Perfect Brows for Everyone. You make sure you wash this regularly and be sure that the pomade is make sure that the pomade on this brush is dry before you wash it. You're going to run the sponge under warm water until the sponge expands. Then add your soap and hold the sponge at the base here and gently rub it against your hand to get rid of the product. The sponge will shrink back to its original size after it dries, which will be in a few hours. So again, this method comes with this sponge, the spoolie, and the angled brush, which I think should be a little bit longer. I would have loved it if it was the same size as this, but I can work with this, especially when I'm traveling. This is like the perfect size for travel. And of course the pomade was very, very good. I used a little bit at a time and then built up as I went along, just so that I didn't put too much product on. And I like the way they turned out. I think they looked very, very nice, very realistic, not too harsh. Very nice, and it fits my face. So I give this product a thumbs up. Very nice. And again, thank you so much to iMethodBeauty for sponsoring. Enjoyed working with you. And for all my babes who want more information, you know where to look. That's right, down in the description box below. So until next time, you have now been bellified.